So let's do this. Let's do a little tapping if you're willing.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Okay. Let's just see what happens. When you think about this constant pain down your left leg, what color is the pain?
I've never put a color to it. Instantly, I want to say black.
Okay. And what's the you said it's constant pain, but what's the energy of it like? Is it solid? Is it smoky? Is it um grainy? What do you sense the energy of it like?
I'd say solid,
Okay. Like a solid,
like a marker, like a black marker.
okay. Like a solid line, black marker line.
Hmm.
Okay. Like a big fat Sharpie line.
Sharpie, yeah.
All right. And just notice that. So the reason we take all of these different ideas is so that if anything shifts, we can realize that something shifted, which it will, I promise. I want you to just take a deep breath, Nancy, and relax and start tapping on the side of your hand. And we're going to do what we've been doing lately, which is take the word pain out of it and look at it as energy. The energy is a black marker, solid Sharpie marker line of energy up and down your left leg along the sciatic nerve. And it's constant. So it's a solid, that's the solid line. Okay. So let's just
Yes.
tap on the energy, observe the energy.
May I say something?
Of
Right
course,
now, behind my knee is slamming. As
slamming.
Yeah, as soon as you started talking, it goes down the side of the thigh to the back of the knee, and then it grabs that muscle on my calf. And it changed while you were talking.
Okay, good. So it does change, right? Now,
Yeah,
that might not be a comfortable thing, but change is always a good indication that nothing is static,
right.
even if we think it's constant. So the slamming behind the knee, is that still happening?
Hmm.
Okay. All right, good. Just notice. So say, even though I'm observing
Even though I'm observing
this energy
this energy
in my left leg,
in my left leg,
and it's like a solid Sharpie marker line,
it's like a solid,
Sharpie marker,
sharpie marker line,
wide and black,
wide and black,
up and down my sciatic nerve.
up and down my sciatic nerve.
And it's slamming at the back of my knee.
It's slamming at the back of my knee.
I love and accept myself,
I love and accept myself,
and I'm choosing to observe this energy.
and I'm choosing to observe this energy.
I don't need to name it.
I don't need to name it.
I'm choosing not to label it as good or bad.
I'm choosing not to label that it's good or bad.
I'm not trying to get rid of it.
Not trying to get rid of it.
I'm simply observing it
I'm simply observing it
and allowing it to do what it needs to do.
and allowing it to do what it needs to do.
Okay. Now tap around and say this solid black line
The solid black line,
on the eyebrow, like a big fat Sharpie marker,
like a big fat Sharpie marker.
side of the eye. This black solid line of energy
This black solid line of energy
under the eye, down my left leg,
down my left leg,
under the nose, slamming behind my knee,
slamming behind my knee.
on the chin. I'm observing this energy,
I'm observing this energy
collarbone without attachment,
without attachment.
under the arm, this energy.
This energy.
Okay. And then you just take a deep breath and notice what you notice.
Well, it's warm. It's it's not. This is crazy.
I
When
know.
when this works like this, it just blows me away.
Well, that's what Kitty was saying. God, I forget sometimes how this thing
Yeah.
works so well. Yeah.
It still hurts, but way down, like a 4.
Okay.
It's more like a heat, like a heat. Um, the black solid line is turned into warmth.
Okay. Is it still black?
It's kind of fading. It's crystalling out.
Yeah, that's what it does. The energy does when we are I think this is what happens when we normally feel a discomfort or what we call pain. We resist. We tense up and resist it right away. And I know this applies to migraine too. I mean, when I used to feel them coming on, I'd be like, "Oh shit." But then this thing starts to work and we're not resisting anymore because we're simply observing.
Right.
And that's why I decided a while back to start taking out some of the words that we used to use in tapping. I'm sure people still do this pain in my, because pain is simply energy.
Hmm.
And so now that it's at a 4 and it's warm, let's do another round
Okay.
and just see what happens and just say, um, I'm observing this new state of energy
I'm observing this new state of energy,
and now it's warm
and now it's warm.
and the solid black line has dissipated.
The solid black line has dissipated,
And all I did was observe
and all I did was observe
and allow.
and allow.
Okay. Okay. And I want to just offer this up as to tie it in. And that's where my power lies.
And that's where my power lies.
Top of the head. This energy in my leg,
This energy in my leg,
on the eyebrow, it's changing.
it's changing,
Side of the eye, it's shifting.
it's shifting.
Under the eye. As I observe it, it's changing and shifting.
As I observe it, it's changing and shifting.
Under the nose, I'm not attached to it.
I'm not attached to it.
On the chin, I'm simply observing it.
I'm simply observing it
Collarbone, changing.
changing.
Under the eye, this energy is changing.
This energy is changing.
Okay. And then notice again what you notice.
The heat is gone. The pain is gone. I never moved my leg.
Right?
I didn't move. It's been sitting where it's been sitting. Usually I wiggle a lot to try to get. This is just, it's fascinating. It's much, much, much better.
And is there still a slamming behind your knee?
No, it's like a twisting, like two things coming together, and it's kind of like twisting, but it's not hurting.
Okay.
I don't know what that is, but
Is
I'll take it.
is it uncomfortable behind your knee?
Mm-mm.
All right.
It's
What
just
else?
there. It just makes me aware.
All right.
It might be untying, actually.
Untying a knot.
Yeah, from the pain to the knee, and the knee to the
Yeah.
calf muscle.
Yeah. Could be. And we don't need to figure it out. But we do start to get different images. Can you see how your imaging about it changed?
Oh, absolutely,
I can
100%.
even tell that your breathing changed.
I'm sorry.
Your breathing has changed.
Yeah, I tense up with pain, and this
Mhm.
is this is something I've got to remember tapping.
Go like this. Oh yeah, I could tap on that.
Oh yeah, I could tap on that. Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, oh
I
yeah.
should have had a V8.
That's where I should have had a V8. I should have tapped on that. Or I can and oftentimes that's where that started was like, oh my God, I could have tapped on that.
Yeah,
Now I say, oh, I should tap on that. And I say this again, these reminders that, oh, when I start to feel what I call pain, and again, I'm going to encourage you to tap on it as observing the energy
energy. Yeah,
and breathe because your breathing went from very shallow to much deeper.
I can feel it.
Yeah. And the only way I know that is, well, your whole body relaxed a little bit.
Hmm.
Yeah.